Hey, welcome back to the Half Thumb Homestead. We're up here in Idaho. We're going to run some water lines. As you can see, I've already trenched for water and electrical. Putting in RV power and electrical over there. Running power to the shed. Putting water from over there into the shed. And then from over there to up there.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take these fittings and we're going to put our thread tape on. Remember, I'm not a plumber, I'm just a homeowner, so I'm sure someone has a better way. And no, this is not how I cut my thumb off. You want to make it so the tape is away from you and pushing down on your finger, like the wrong way to put toilet paper on a toilet paper roll. Take your fitting in your other hand and start it this way. That way you can keep tension on it as you wrap. Well, most people can. And it's also going the way of tightening in order to keep it on there. You don't need too much. Put too much on it. If it's plastic, it'll crack. So we're going to take these fittings. We're creating a T. Putting all these together. Now the plumber guys at the plumber place said use the tape and some of this Blue Monster thread sealant tape. So we're going to go ahead and use that as well when we put this together. All right, so this is the Blue Monster thread tape. We're just going to put a little bit on there. I guess that's a lot, huh? This stuff's messy. I guess you can never have too much. Of course, you probably can. Then we'll just start tightening it here. We're going to do all three of them, and then we'll take and smoke them all down with our plumber pliers, monkey wrench. Do your best not to get it inside the pipe, like I just did. Now these are 1-inch barb fittings. We're going to put on 1-inch, I can't remember what it's called. It's like not PVC, but it's like flexible conduit frickin' water hose. I remembered a minute ago. Maybe if I remember, I'll tell you. Just go around like so. All right, so we got to tighten all this stuff up. All right, so now we're going to tighten up the fitting here, the barb fittings to the 1-inch T. I want to make sure we use these the right way. There's a right way and a wrong way. So I'm going to be twisting that way. So I'm going to use this wrench to pull against me as I tighten. You want to make sure that you put the wrench on there so as you tighten up, it closes that jaw. If you go this way and try and tighten, it'll slip off. I should have bought a bigger one. So we're going to put this on the other fitting on the other side.
What's the reason for that?
Well, I don't have a deep enough jaw to hold onto this. So I'm going to use the other side and tighten both at the same time here. If I had a vise, of course I'm in the middle of frickin' nowhere. I don't have one. Guess I should get one.
How tight do you want it?
Try and make sure the jaws are centered. You want it tight, you don't want it to leak. It's underground. So put some good, put some good oomph on it. Now we'll switch sides here. We'll tighten the other side up. I'm also using this fitting against the tread of the tractor here to hold it. Now these are threaded, pipe threads, so they're tapered a little bit. So the closer you get in, the tighter it's going to get. That's probably good. So now we got to figure out this one. Hopefully I can hold it with this. We'll get it on there good and tight. Again, I'm not a plumber. There we go. So then I'm going to count the threads on each one to make sure we're about even. Or you can also take a measuring tape and just look at it. It looks like this one's sticking out a lot farther. Actually, they're all the same. So now we're going to go in the hole, heat up the plastic tubing. Again, I have to think of the name of it, and we'll get to that in just a second. So we're using 1-inch poly. I finally remember the name of it. There's the code on it there if you want to go get some. I don't know if they sell this at Home Depot. I actually bought this at a plumbing store, which I'm going to have to go to Home Depot and hopefully they do because I'm short, probably about 20 feet. We're going to tee off at the bottom down there. This is the in line, this is my upper line, and this is my RV line. Take your 2 clamps, put them on the end, get yourself a heat gun. According to the plumber people, this is the way to do it. Heat it up. I don't know how hot to make it, so it'll be a learning experience for me. Go down the throat. They also said I could use a hammer. It's going to be real difficult to use a hammer in a hole. So hopefully this will work. Try it. Get it so it's all the way on. Bring up the 2 clamps. These are 5/16 American made clamps. Make sure you're going the right direction. These things are lifesavers.
So is this how you lost your thumb?
It's not how I lost my thumb. Put it on backwards. There you have it. So this is where the old hydrant was. I've removed the old hydrant. I'm going to splice off, like I said. I'm going to put it up in the shop up here so I can create like a hot room. for the water pump if I wanted to in the winter, keep it from freezing. So the freeze table here in Idaho is around 36 to 42 inches, so I'm roughly 48 inches most of the way. Obviously, I got to dig a little bit out because stuff caves in overnight. So I'm ready to heat the gun. Use the heat gun. I'm going to heat up this poly pipe here, the 1-inch poly, and insert this fitting. And I may have to use, and I probably will have to use, a hammer on this side with a block of wood to drive it into that pipe. And I'm sure I'll get caved in as well. So let's heat it up. If you have water in the pipe, it will resist the heat. It'll absorb the heat. You won't be able to heat the pipe up good. So make sure you get all the water out to the best of your ability. My water's been off for 2 days now. I'll probably take a good 2 minutes to heat this up because I don't want to have to hit on it too much. So I'm using a 20-volt Bauer heat gun from Harbor Freight. Being up in the middle of nowhere with 2 households, I didn't want to have to buy expensive stuff. So I went with Harbor Freight, and I've been really happy with most of the stuff I've gotten from them. I haven't had but one issue with a reciprocating saw, and I took it in and they replaced it without any hassle at all. It's perfect. I would not recommend doing this through a tiny hole. It would suck. It's been about 2 minutes now, so we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. And we're going to have to beat on it. My wood's coming apart. Almost there. Oops. I don't know if I can get it that flush. 1/8 inch. That'll work. So you want to try and drive the poly to where it's nearly flush with your fitting. So the barb is in there a good 2 inches. We'll tighten up our clamps, and that's how you put in a T-fitting in the middle of nowhere for hydrants. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment down. Half them out. So one thing I forgot to mention when doing this is put in a tracer wire. 12 gauge, any color. Home Depot guy seems to think you have to have green or blue. Doesn't make a difference. Some type of 12 gauge stranded wire. Just run it along the pipe. Tape it on with some electrical tape. You don't have to twist it if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. If I'd have done this outside the hole, I wouldn't have twisted it. But now I got to twist it in order to only put a little bit of tape on because outside the hole it's easier to tape. Just a pointer. Help them out.